Welcome, everyone. I am so excited that you are here with me today. And I look forward to giving you a one hell of a presentation. So, if you are watching this, you're probably tired of sitting on the sidelines while other people are building wealth in real estate. You know there's money to be made, but you do not want to lose your shirt trying to figure it out. So, let me go back to my presentation at the beginning of the slides so you guys can see um, what I'm presenting here. So bear with me because I am on StreamYard Live and I'm trying to figure this all out. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So today we are going to change how you do not lose your shirt in the real estate investing business. Welcome to the Feminine Flip. I am Patricia Roberson, and over the next hour, if you hang with me, I am going to show you exactly how to get your first profitable house flip. Doing it without the chaos, doing it without the contractor nightmare, and without needing background construction. So, drop a number one in the chat if you're ready to get started. Today, I am going to show you a simple way to do three things. First, I'm going to show you how to find deals that actually makes money. Not the ones that look pretty, but the ones that will keep your profit alive. Second, I'm going to teach you how to protect your profit from the three things that kills most beginning investors. And third, I'm going to give you the exact 5-step system I use to consistently generate 50,000 to 150,000 per deal. This is not theory. This is not motivation. This is a real framework built from the real deals, and let's get into it. Before we dive in, we need to make some important agreement. This is how you protect your energy, my energy in this room now. So, agreement number one, keep an open mind. Some of what I'm saying today will challenge what you have heard from other gurus on the internet, okay? And that's okay. I am speaking from my experience, not theory. Agreement number two, take notes. I'm going to use real investor language today, like ARV, MAO, scope of work, DSCR. I'll explain everything, but write it down. Agreement number three, do not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. We all started at zero. I started at zero. And agreement number four, stay to the end. I have something very special for those who commit to this full training. Okay? So you'll be able to enter a chance to win some incredible prizes. So hang in there with me. All right. If you're feeling this so far, type agreed in the chat if we are on the same page. I want you to know, and I want to know, who is in the room with me today? Where are you right now in your real estate journey? Drop a number in the chat. If one, you never bought an investment property. Two, you bought one single family. Three, you bought multiple single family. Four, you bought a duplex, triplex, or fourplex. Five, you own 5 or more units. And six, you want apartments or multifamily. Okay, let me see what we got here. All right, okay, I see some ones. Welcome. You are in a perfect place. Okay, I see some twos and threes. Okay, you are ready to scale with a system, and I see a few sixes. All right, pay very close attention today because I'm going to show you why starting smaller is actually starting smarter. And no matter what number you type, the system I am teaching you today applies to you. Whether you have 0 deals or 5, This framework protects your profit. Here is something the internet gurus will never tell you. The secret is in 1 to 4 units. Look at the difference on the screen. Residential properties, 1 to 4 units, qualify you on your credit. You can use conventional loans like FHA, VA, USDA, whatever, right? The down payments are lower. The barriers to entry are lower. This is the sweet spot for beginners. Now, look at the commercial, 5 or more units. You need 20 to 25% down. It qualifies on property income, not yours. The barriers are significantly higher. Here is the teaching moment. You do not need a 100-unit apartment building to build wealth in this business. You need only one single family flip. That'll make you up to $50,000 to $100,000 in profit. Then you do it again and again. That's how you build a portfolio, one smart deal at a time. And let me be clear about something. You do not need experience to do this. You just need a system. Experience is just a record of your past mistake. A system is a way to avoid making those mistakes in the first place. You do not need to be a contractor. You do not need to be a real estate agent. You do not need to have a rich uncle or a trust fund. You just need a repeatable, predictable process that protects your money and your time. This is what today is all about. I am moving you from guessing to knowing, from hoping to executing. And I know this worked because I use it every single day. Last year alone, I bought 6 properties. I renovate 5 of them. I'm currently renovating and finishing up on one. I sold 2 and refinanced 3 as holds as rentals. That generated me over $160,000 in profit in 1 year. Now, I'm not telling you this to brag. I'm telling you this because 2 years ago, I had 0 properties and 0 experience. If I can build a 6-figure portfolio starting from nothing, you can absolutely do this too. The difference between me and someone who's still watching from the sidelines is not talent, it is a system. Let me tell you my story because I think it matters. I started with 0 experience in real estate. I was active duty in the United States Navy. Then I have worked for the federal sector. I retired from Department of Homeland Security in 2024. The federal sector and active duty military have taught me systems and processes, but it didn't teach me freedom. When I became an empty nester, coming from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and being the oldest out of 8 siblings, by the way. When I retired, I relocated to Dallas, Texas, and I realized, hey, this pension money is not going to be enough to sustain my lifestyle. I knew I needed to build a process, and I knew how to follow systems. And that's exactly what I did. If I can do this, started from absolute zero in brand new city with no connections, you can do this too. But let me be completely honest with you. My education was not free. I paid what I call the stupid tax. Every investor pays tuition. You either pay the market or you pay a mentor. Unfortunately, I paid the market and it cost me over $50,000 in mistake. Yeah, I trusted the wrong people. I bought deals without running the numbers properly. I let contractors run the show instead of leading them. I had scope creep eat my profits on two different projects. It was so painful, it was stressful, and it almost made me quit. But you know what? Those $50,000 mistake, they built the formula I am about to share with you right now. I paid the tax, so you do not have to. That is why I'm here. Type ready in the chat if you want to skip the stupid tax and go straight to the system. Now, let's talk about the problem, the real problem. Investing in real estate is not hard, you guys. The math is actually very simple. I'm going to show you today, but investing without the system is where the chaos lives. When you do not have a system, every decision feels like a gamble. Every contractor delays feel like a crisis. Every unexpected offense, every unexpected expenses feels like a disaster that might bankrupt you. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not too old, not too inexperienced. You just do not have the right framework yet. You are trying to build a house without a blueprint and wondering why the walls are crooked. That chaos looks like this. Tell me if any of this sounds familiar. You're watching YouTube videos for hours, but never actually taking action. You're analyzing deals on spreadsheets, but never making an offer. You're talking to contractors who ghost you after the first meeting. Some of this sound familiar? Oh, okay, I'm gonna keep going. You're spending money on courses that teach you theory but give you zero actionable steps. You're feeling stuck while you watch other people post their profit checks online. Drop a yes in the chat if you have felt any of this. Be honest. This is the safe space. Okay, I see those yeses coming in. You are not alone. Every single successful investor started exactly where you are right now. The difference is they found a system. Here is the mindset shift I need you to make today. It is not a confidence problem, it's a clarity problem. People tell me all the time, Katricia, I just need more confidence to make my first offer. No, you do not need confidence. You need clarity. When you have clarity, when you have that and you know exactly what a good deal looks like, exactly what to offer, exactly how to manage the renovation, confidence follow automatically. You don't need to psych yourself up to do something you understand. You just do it. Confidence is the result of clarity, and clarity comes from having a system. So write that down. Oops. Let me go back one. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Oops. Oh, sorry. I was right. Bear with me. We live, y'all. We live. So, without clarity, you will fall victim to the three profit killers. That's what I call them. Now, let's talk about the three profit killers. Profit killer number one is buying without running your numbers. Here's the rule: you make money when you buy, not when you sell that investment property. If you overpaid on day one, no amount of beautiful staging or perfect paint colors will save your profit margin. You need to know your MAO. What do MAO stand for? MAO stand for maximum allowable offer. So if you're tuning in live, I hope you have your pen and paper handy because I'm dropping some free jewels right now. Write this formula down. MAO, your maximum allowable offer, equals your ARV times 70% minus your renovation costs. So let's put this in perspective. If a house you're looking at will be worth $200,000 after repairs, and it needs about $40,000 in renovation work. 200,000 times 70% equals 140,000. Now we already just said that the $40,000 is the repairs that needed. So you're going to minus the $40,000. Who's following with me? Who got the amount? What does that equate to? I'm going to repeat it again. 200,000 after repairs, and it needs $40,000 in work. 200,000 times 70% equals 140,000. Minus the 40,000 equals 100,000. That is your maximum offer. So if that seller wants 130,000, you tell them no, thank you. You walk away. No emotions, just plain simple math. Profit killer number 2 is uncontrolled renovation costs, also known as scope creep. Scope creep is the silent killer of profits. Every single upgrade you did not plan for comes directly out of your profit check. Oh, yeah. So if you hear the contractor say, oh, let's just add some backsplash. Oh, let's upgrade these light fixtures. Let's do hardwood floors instead of LVP. The answer, and get familiar with this answer, is no. If it's not in the scope of work, it did not happen. Here's my rule that I live and die by. I build my renovation budget before I even close. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to build your renovation budget before you close. You're going to itemize every single line item and then add a 10 to 15% contingency buffer just in case some unexpected things happen. And you stick with that with absolute discipline, because in this business, this is not a HGTV show we're doing. We are not here to win design awards. We're here to make some money, honey. All right. Profit killer number 3 is poor contractor management. This is the number one reason people quit flipping houses. Here's what happens. You hire a contractor with no written scope of work, no milestone payments, no accountability structure, and no completion date. When you do not give contractors structure, they start creating their own. And their structure benefits who? Them. They'll ghost you because you gave them no rules to follow. They'll go over budget because you never define the budget. They'll take 12 weeks on a 6-week job because there are no milestones. You do not need to know how to swing a hammer. You don't need to know how to lay tile. You just need to know how to lead. You lead, they execute. That is the dynamic. You guys still with me? You following with me? All right. Now, I'm going to give you something very valuable here. Let's talk about creative financing options, because funding is one of the biggest barriers people think they have. There are 4 ways to fund a flip without a traditional bank. Number 1, hard money. Yep. They are fast close, asset-based, typically 12 to 18 months. The property is the collateral, not your W-2. Number 2, private money. It's a relationship based with flexible terms. This is the money from individuals, okay? It could come from your dentist, your aunt, your uncle, someone in your network who wants a better return than the stock market. Option number 3, DSCR loans, based on the property's rental income, not yours. Perfect for the slow flip strategy. Seller financing. You negotiate directly with the seller to act as the bank. They carry the note. Write these down. When you understand these 4 tools, lack of capital is never an excuse again. Type funding in the chat if this just opened your mind to new possibilities. Here's the hard truth. Information alone will not protect you from these profit killers. You can watch 1,000 YouTube videos. You can read every BiggerPocket forum post. You can listen to 500 podcast episodes, and you can still lose $50,000 on your first deal. Why? Because information without implementation is just entertainment. It makes you feel productive without actually producing anything. Implementation is what separates investors from the dreamers. You need a system that forces you to implement correctly, step by step, by the way, so you don't get paralyzed by analysis or crushed by avoidable mistakes. Because hope is not a strategy, you guys. I hear people say this all the time. I hope the contractors show up today. I hope the house is appraised for what I think. I hope I make a profit. I hope the market does not crash before I sell. Stop hoping. Start executing. Systems are strategies. Hope is a prayer. You need a system that works whether you feel confident or not. A system that protects your downside and maximizes your upside regardless of your mood, your energy level, or the market condition. Type systems in the chat if you are ready to stop hoping and start executing with a real framework. So what if you had that system? What if you knew exactly what properties to target and which ones to walk away from? What if you can run the numbers in 10 minutes and know with certainty what to offer? What if the contractors respected your leadership and showed up on time and on budget? What if you had a mentor walking beside you, making sure you did not step on the same landmines she has already stepped on? What if you can stop guessing and start building real generational wealth? This is not a fantasy. This is a system gives you. And I'm about to show you mine. This is the Feminine Flip framework. Okay? It's a 5-step framework. It's your market, numbers, teams, funding, exit, and in that order every time. And when I say feminine, I do not mean pink hard hats or soft negotiations. I mean strategic, calm, organized, and in control. We do not yell at contractors. We manage them with contracts and milestones. We do not guess on prices. We use data and formulas. We do not hope for the best. We plan for the worst and profit anyway. So I just wanted to bless you guys this morning and just kind of tell you some of the things that I offer and what is possible for you if you're interested in doing fix and flips or buy and hold. If you would like to learn more and hear the rest of this presentation, I'm going to drop in the chat how you can sign up for my next free webinar. And it's just not a traditional webinar where you just sit here and listen to me talk. No, we actually apply and we do homework, right? So you have 2 paths from here. You can keep watching YouTube, keep analyzing deals you never make offers on, keep waiting until you feel ready, keep saying next year is my year, stay stuck for another 12 months. Or path number two, you can get a proven system with a mentor who has actually done it, not someone who just teaches it. Take action in the next 4 days and close your first deal this quarter. I cannot make that decision for you, but I can tell you path number two is where I'll be, and I would love for you to be there with me. Okay, guys, I didn't want to take up too much of your time today. I just wanted to say thank you again, and I hope to see you in the next webinar.